Hello, to amazing people, and welcome to another episode of Limbus Company, an amazing free-to-play gacha from Project Moon. And yeah, the season 5 Oblivion is here, and we are exploring Canto 7 here. Yeah, last time I had a pretty good time actually, so I'm looking forward to play some more here. I've dunked like so many hours in this game, both online and offline, got a little bit burned out, but excited about the Season 7 here. Anyhow, let's continue with the story of what befell our company upon our departure from the Red Gaze's hands. Red Gazes are a guide, our guardian, well, who saved us once when we got in a really big trouble. Anyhow, let's enter. You can find the playlist in the comment description below the video. There's gonna be the previous episode is the start of the season and this canto. So you might wanna check that one out before you watch this one. Or you know, if you're crazy enough, you can watch all 200 plus episodes I recorded on this game. Kind of crazy, kind of crazy. Is there anything you'd like to talk to me about? You know, I'm always willing to listen to difficulties in a counseling session. So Hot here is a narrator, is just a little bit of a flavorful thing. She's from, oh, what was the name? Lobotomy Corporation, the tactical strategy game from the same studio. You can find the playlist to that playthrough in the description. And I think that wraps up the introductions. Now, we are still doing the non-focused encounters. That means that, well, I'm mostly just letting my very strong ideas here carry me and not worry too much about like tactics or anything like that. Just using the auto button that the developers so kindly provided for us. Wait, what? Why did you shoot her? What are you doing? Yeah, the magic bullet Otis, like, it has some randomness. Okay, let's check out what happened there. What happened there? Why did you shoot at poor Ishii? A 10 or less SP, 50% chance to attack indiscriminately. Otis, don't shoot our person. Okay, well, so when you get struggling, this means that you're most likely losing the clash and as a result taking damage. So these are the times when you might want to click this button here and defend instead. I don't think it's super necessary to do, but hey, let's do it just to show off what we can do. Let's say if we didn't have so strong IDs that can pretty much carry everything by themselves, these are the mechanics that you can use to like nudge the fights in your favor, let's say so. Maybe record a video of it, alright? So let's see, wave 1 out of 1. And we got 9 enemies again, so it seems like it's pretty much the same group of enemies like last time. You can go and check their like strengths, their weaknesses, and if this group wouldn't be able to like do it, then you can like put together a different group which would be better suited. Yeah, this game is more about like putting together teams than actual execution, although there are some fights where you need to execute greatly. What is this? Penitent's Confession. Okay, I know very little about Red Eyes, but she's glowing, so that might be good, right? So let's see these buffs she has. Heal 6 SP on hit with base skill coins that gain penitence. Unique charge, fixed potency, turn star gain penitence of max XP as shield. That's a lot of text. What is this? Devouring. Base skill coin effect include +3 more bleed. Okay, well, who's bleeding then? Nobody's bleeding. You're not doing your job anyhow. Okay, everything's unopposed. These are like single-sided attacks where the enemy doesn't get a chance to defend. In this case, it's because they're staggered, which is pretty much stunned. Favored is like not as good as dominating, but it's almost as good. So most of them are staggered now anyway. So hopefully Otis doesn't shoot our people again. Yeah. Okay, now she has more than 10 SP, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. SP is like morale, let's call it. Can go up to 45. Increases the chance to like win clashes and do more damage. This game has this very deep system where you roll these coins which determine like if you do bonus damage, bonus effects and stuff like that. Base rate of flipping ahead, which is usually a good thing, is like 50%, but it can go up to 95% scaling linearly with your sanity / morale. Anyhow, that's all gonna be like mechanics-wise, I think, that I'm gonna talk about here. And I'm gonna focus on the story. This fight should be done soon. And I'm gonna get a little bit more insight into the adventures of our group and Don Quixote, which is like the star of this chapter. Hot, don't you have anything to say about this obliteration that's happening right now? Not yet. Zwei Association. She looks pretty nice, actually. I like her armor and coloring. And she's gonna say, look, manager, everyone overcame the difficulty and became accomplished employee as a result. Do you think I was helpful this time? Well, probably. Honchugasha. Maybe we can learn some Korean? Is it Korean? Maybe. Alright, good enough. I think we need to finish in like 10 turns in order to get bonuses. Bloodfiend Hunter, your transformations, I must say, I haven't seen anything like it before. Well, you know, sometimes things are not as they seem. That enough demonstration for you, you twat. Fine, I'll admit, you've got some skill. Okay, let me just check something real fast. Okay, hard disk space, recording, all that good stuff. Oh, they are not half bad. Is this your boss? We always welcome cooperation with fellow fixers who can carry their own weight. So they changed their song now, didn't they? Romero, Fang Hunt office. Hey, I recognize you. I see you guys busily chatting away back at the warp train platform. My name's Romero, by the way. You just sat there and watched us as your men were out here fighting? Yeah, but the fight was already underway when I got here, and I doubt I would have been able to talk them out of it. Besides, I had a feeling that you guys could hold your own against my men. So please allow me to ask for your understanding. They are not bad people, they're just on edge. Anyone would be after what they are going through in their struggles against the Bloodfiends? You have my understanding. Hunting entities such as those who lie beyond the ken must plant seeds of doubt in many a heart of man. Where's Don Quixote? Right, and I do agree with them, at least partially. The bar set by P Corp and the Han Association for fixers participating in this contract is shockingly low and indiscriminate. So yeah, they called pretty much anyone and everyone here to like subdue the anomaly. Although we are the ones who have more information. I wonder if anyone else got some more information and also got the same mission as we did. And there's gonna be conflicts over it. Right now we're all friends on the same side, but soon the plot will thicken, probably. If it were up to me, I would have set a more strict set of conditions. His friendly smile faltered slightly as he gestured around the empty lot. Look around, over there by the command tent. Just one look at who we're working with, and I'm sure it will become plenty clear that they don't know what they're walking into. They should have hired only the professionals to take on this contract. Around the command tent. Well, we all simultaneously turned to look at the large, noisy tent. Oh, who's that? Oh, chat, is this for real? There was a huge brawl by the entrance. It's real amateur hour out here, guys. Can you believe that I gotta stand shoulder to shoulder with this idiot for the contract? Alright. What the hell is he doing? In the distance, we saw some guy running his mouth and striking several exaggerated dramatic poses at the tiny device, most likely a camera of sorts. I know we have all had experience with someone like him in the past. We sure did. That guy reminds me of a certain someone. He's taking pics like that guy, Siegfried. He ran around for a while, visiting every... Oh, he has a selfie stick. I just realized. He ran around for a while, visiting every corner of the empty lot, trying to get every detail in the frame. Well, today, you know, like social mediaing is very, very popular, so why not put it in the game as well? Alright. And suddenly started striding towards us in an annoyed gait. Hello, yes, you guys over there. Hast thou called upon us? Do you mind loitering around somewhere else? Shoot, you're getting in the way of my viewers, guys. But you're literally our way, guy. He whipped his attention back to the camera as though he was pretending not to hear what Ishmael said, or as if he decided that her words weren't worth entertaining. Ah, you wanna know where I am? Hold on to your seats, guys. I'm at the back streets of District 16. Yep, where P Corp is. Well, at least he's filming horizontally. Good for him. Oh yeah, remember the P Corp? 150 vintage semi-permanent canned ice cream unboxing and review live stream? Yep, the very same. Unfortunately, I'm not here to eat ice cream today. So I've been meaning to ask, who's that fella even talking to? The heck's he doing? He's live streaming. Get Gregor, like, stay ahead with the technology, yeah. I think he's talking to his viewers who are watching his show. It appears that he's the host of certain show. It has been reported that in certain parts of the city, a new culture of live streaming via those cameras has been on the rise. Modern times, modern times. What a rude piece of work. Don't let him get you down, kiddo. What a... Huh? Sup, what a glorious day it is! Yeah, you're a star, Don Quixote. Get into the camera frame. You can become a star. Behold, this man is Sir Camille of Sync Association West. His name honored as one of the top 10 up-and-coming new generation fixers featured in the October issue of Fixers Monthly, one of the big three fixer magazines of the city. Listen, Don Quixote. Like, you know, sometimes famous people, they are full of crap. I have to say that. Especially, like, if you watch and follow modern news, a lot of drama, a lot of, well, scandals. A lot of really bad stuff happening out there with some certain famous individuals getting in a lot of troubles for some very nasty things they did. So, yeah, sometimes on the surface things look glorious, but behind the camera, yeah. Anyway, I know we say this every single time, but most people don't know what. Never mind. How you have not hearkened when I shared this news of grave significance aboard the bus? Had none of you headed mine words? Are you mad? Why would I listen to you when I can nap instead? Well, napping is important. I like napping. I don't nap nearly enough last couple of weeks. Lots of work to do. Such haranguing over a winding path. It's oft a cause for sickness on the road, Miss Don Quixote. The grumbling sinners clearly existed outside Don Quixote's world. She was breathing very heavily, a look of admiration clear on her face. I for one did not imagine even in my wildest dreams that I should be shaking hands with Sir Camille in person. Well, you didn't shake his hand just yet. Of course, no one shook hands or exchanged the simplest pleasantries with Camille just yet. Camille? Okay. Who's Camille? Let's Google it. Books Camille. Books by Camille. Maybe Wikipedia, Camille, hero, something like that. Nope. I'm getting only blanks. Okay, 060, do your job and let us know who is Camille inspired by. Quite the artistic tour de force we have produced. I can't help but be overcome with anticipation for the maestro critic of this piece. Okay, let's see how people did. Ring Pointillist, then Val Hunt Hitleaf, then the collection staff Don Quixote, then Penitence Ryushu, then Ishmael, and finally Magic Bullet Otis. Otis is not doing her best, I have to say. Shooting our own people, not doing a lot of damage. Maybe she needs some time to wind up, I don't know. Then we get a pure story chapter here. Oh yeah, we can go and check. So yeah, if we clear within 10 turns, we get a bonus objective, which is some well, currency, lunacy currency, which we use for extractions and stuff. Right. Anyway, let's go back into the chapter. And yeah, and then if you finish all of them, then you get some bonuses. However, you can see here the progress is being locked, and we don't know how many chapters there will be. That's because they only released the first chapter for now, and they're gonna be releasing following chapters as they develop them. It's like interesting. It's like you play a game which is still in development, although all the systems more or less are in place and working, but story-wise, they keep releasing stuff. It's similar to, what's that RPG called? I don't know. It's like Genshin Impact, yeah? They also released like game with like only one chapter and then started expanding it. I played it for quite a bit, but it was too much of a drain of my time. This game is just like on the boundary of like what I can invest while playing so many other games. Anyway, let's go into here, in which the tale of our young master is revealed. So yeah, I would suggest to try out this game. It's very forgiving when it comes to new players and stuff. So you can get into it and still follow the story. The story fights are relatively easy and yeah, you can follow along, get more powerful and stuff like that. Back streets of E.G.O outside the tent. Oh, wait. Doesn't she look a little bit like Ishmael's armor this? So embarrassing. They really have to clown around with that thing while on a mission. Yeah, exactly. Like, be professional, Camille. Well, hey Chad, look, allow me to introduce you all to Paula from the SWI Association. Yeah, I was right, she's from the same association as our Ishmael ID. She'll be my sidekick in this mission. Listen, I'm not your sidekick. Are you guys partners? Why are you partners if, like, I like Paula more than Camille here? As you can probably tell from her outfit, she's a fixer from the West, just like myself. The association sometimes sticks me with sidekicks like her against my will for some contracts. A joint operation, you know? Oh yeah, totally. I don't really shine when I work alone, but what can I do? Got to do what the higher-ups tell me to do. You get it, right? I bet she's gonna do all the work and he's just gonna be frolicking around, taking videos. I wonder how long until these two die. Well, why don't you say hello to my dear fans, Miss Paula? Oh, a collaboration of the Sync and the SWI. Two formidable forces together as one. I think she's tearing up. What great, glorious, grand, blood-pumping feeling this is. My heart pounds madly as though it's explosion nigh. The great figures I had previously seen only through recordings, through books, through figurines, are here before me in the flesh, conversing, ambling right before mine eyes. Do you know most of the fixers here then, Don Quixote? If a fixer had been featured in one of the magazines I'm subscribed to, then verily... Right, if that's the case, and if everyone here really are all fixers, then she probably knows who that person is too, right? That person who's been staring daggers at us this whole time? Then, who are they over there? That group of fixers who's been staring at us for a while. Ah, allow me to observe. Had our reputation already preceded us to be recognized by mere sight? It is a joyous conundrum indeed. It is precisely why I had said that I must graciously bow out from that special feature on the front page of a newspaper. I may have a few gaps in my knowledge. This is probably that they are from a small upstart office that had only recently registered itself, but it's clear from the fashion in which they are garbed that they hail from the East. Oh, I bet they're some big dudes. What a relief. Conveniently, I recognize who they are. Hoiday! Those recognized a fixer from whom I do not, for truth. Don Quixote stares at Honglu in utter disbelief. Mersault, come on man, don't look back at them. We have been looking at each other for a while. There's no reason for me to avert my eyes. My man, that's what most people call a staring contest, and it's truth. So let's just... Ah, they're all walking towards us. So should we wait for them or something? Crap, then, yeah, let's stare right back at them again. Let's at least not come off like we are scared of them. Yeah, confidence. You know they're within hearing distance, right? Yeah, they're right in front of us. Bloody hell, don't look away, lad. I bow them right back. We don't want to get caught unawares if we are about to get into fistcuffs. Oi, lass, have you got business with us or what? Ah, what's with that grin on your face? I didn't know I'd be introducing her to everyone so soon. Please say hello to my little sister, Gia Chichun. Oh, that's cute. I love it. His sister. Well, she is little, that's for sure. I would say like he's like one head taller than her, but he's like 1.5 head taller than her. Gia Chichun. Okay. Little sister. Little sister? I almost didn't recognize you. Last I remember, you were only up to my knees in height. That's because I was a child the last time you saw me. And here I was, wondering what kind of impressive shenanigans you were preparing for since you left home. This is it. Is this all you've managed to build of your own faction? Haha, they're not my faction, Chichen. Come on, let me introduce... How do you read this? Xichun. Come on, let me introduce you to them. I'll start here. This is Mr. Gregor. Say hello. Yo. Don't be shy, my name is Forget it. I don't have time for this. Chichun gave us a side eye before dismissively cutting us off. Well, okay, yeah, you've not only grown in height, Chichun. I see that your circle of friends has been growing too, just like mine. Are they new? To call them friends was a very optimistic assessment on Honglu's part. Yeah, it seems like that. Because the people who accompanied Jia Chichun were all threateningly sizing us up like they were getting ready for a fight. You don't really think they're my friends, do you? I'm still far behind my older siblings, anyway. I see. Do you know what some of us are still out here looking for you? I do. Oh, that reminds me. I ran into Jia Huan earlier and had a quick chat with him. Ha, and you're still in one piece after a run-in with that asshole? Still lucky as always, huh? I think back to the time we first met this Jia Huan. His venomous words, that contemptuous look he gave us as we lay there dying. It seems that moment was embellished into a pleasant, quick chat in Honglu's memory. Yeah, I don't remember the encounter. Either that or that interaction was what counts as a quick chat for Honglu. Chichan. Yeah, I think I heard him say Chichan. Chichan. Yeah, Chichan. I've heard that this is a pretty dangerous place. People have been going missing around here. Why don't you and your friends go find somewhere safe to take refuge in? Still can't tell if you're trying to be funny or if you're genuinely worried for me. Yeah, I think she considers herself more powerful than we are. Maybe she even is, who knows? Listen, my naive brother, I got here first, okay? Earlier than you and your faction. I mean, your second-rate minions. Is this making sense to you? I'm here to take part in the eradication of Manchaland. I'm pretty sure I have better intel on this place than you do. You are... But why would you take part in something like this? It's not like you need the reward money, right? Yeah, you don't say. And I doubt you're in it for some pocket money either. Yeah, they're both rich, by the way. They have rich parents. Pocket money, huh? Sure, whatever. Pocket money. Oh, then is it... Ah, never mind. I don't think you or Mr. Wei are going to answer that question anyway. Honglu's eyes momentarily diverted from his younger sister to her posse. There stood a long-haired man who looked towards Ye Chichun as though he was asking for permission. Then looked towards us and bowed deeply and politely toward Honglu. Wei, it has been a while, young master. Okay, this is their steward, butler, or something like that. It has been a while, young master. Whoa, it's been so long, Mr. Wei. Still escorting Chichun, I see. Yes, I'm still in her service, despite my shortcomings. I'm worried that it might be too dangerous in there. Aha, why don't you tag along with us, Chichun? Let's do this together. Young master, I see that you're still yourself. Forget that. Why don't you mind your own business and we go our separate ways? I can see that you and your friends have some real talent for attracting attention, but I prefer to keep things discreet. And I'd prefer it if you didn't embarrass me in there by talking to me or something. Okay, if that's what you want, Chichun. I thought you'd have gotten better after all this time, brother. At least better than you were the last time we met. Now, do notice how he shows her respect by talking to her, like, by her name, Jia Chichun. Why she just calls him brother. You know, it's like, I think it's a sign of disrespect to just be like, yeah, you're just like my brother, whatever. Just one of many brothers I have, maybe, possibly. And he's like showing respect to both her and the steward. Like, it seems like Honglu was raised really well. On the other side, she seems like a brat. I thought you have gotten better after all this time, brother. At least better than you were the last time we met. I see. I suppose I haven't improved at all in your eyes. You should consider yourself lucky that it's me who you ran into. If it was one of our other older siblings, your pretty head would already be rolling in the dirt. Thank you. I appreciate that. Jia Chichun scowled and opened her lips as though she was about to shoot something back, but she thought better of it, turned around and left here with her posse. Well, they say it's rare to see a happy family than it is to see an unhappy one. Don't look at me. I never considered that dog my family. No, but that's not what... Yeah. He didn't talk about you, dude. What are you looking at? Do you expect me to back you up or something? Oh man. Just like old times. Ha, so she was always that spiteful. Spiteful? No. Chichan has always been, and still is, my most amicable sibling. Okay, how are the others then? Oh my gosh. I must ask, for I have cause to believe that I might have misheard. Still is? Was it? Yes. That was... Yiseng's expression grew into a complicated mess of emotions as he looked to the ground, unable to speak further. Oh, looks like they're holding some kind of meeting in there. We should probably join them. I looked to where Sinclair was pointing at and saw a line of fixers walking into what appeared to be a makeshift command tent. Yeah, we should. Okay. Let's go and see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into. Oh, fight. Of the immensely devastating duel in which our fixer and the Sink battled. Ooh. Interesting. You know, I have this one big regret. I knew it. I knew it's gonna be that. It cannot be edited. Really? So I wanted to say that I have one big regret. And that is that I don't have the Sing Association Don Quixote. Like, from all the things, I probably should have grabbed that, but now, alas, I don't have any more currency. It would be fun. However, it would serve me not, because we cannot change our ID anyway. We have to run the LCB sooner for some reason. Well, at least let's level her up then. You know what? Let's not. Let's level her up. Hey, Don Quixote, come. Shh. Come to me. Here's a book. Read it. Learn it. Oh. So she's level 20 actually, and the game turned her into level 45. Well, we can do better than that. How about 50? How nice of the game to be like, hey, here's a level 45 character for this fight, just in case you didn't level it up. And I'm like, 45? I have all these books, let's use them. Clear within 10 turns. Okay, this will be fun, I think. It's time to duel with Camille, I guess. Who are those people accompanying Virgilius and Sharon? Damn, not even a wave back, huh? No, this wasn't about Virgilius. Oh! Don Quixote, who stood next to me, was very gradually starting to hyperventilate. You okay, Don Quixote? The gradual acceleration of her breathing patterns was first observed 10 minutes ago. I did not report it, as it posed no real risk to her health and well-being. I know a good way of dealing with a case of hyperventilation. Ryoshu regarded at me with a look that clearly and concisely communicated that she wanted to choke out Don Quixote. I tried my best to look away. Ishmael sighed and stepped forward, sensing that Ryoshu was about to do something we would rather not have her do. Sigh, I can't tell you what's going on. That fixers from the Han Association. The Han Association is one of the... that's overseeing all fixer association activities, right? Don Quixote is getting starstruck again. Nothing new. I guess all the times Don Quixote went on an impromptu fixer-related lectures weren't all for naught. I never paid much attention to it, but once you hear something enough times, those lectures just have a way of lodging themselves into your brain. A fixer from the Han Association. That name alone clearly carried a lot of weight among other fixers. As the Han Association fixer, dressed in pure white, walked into the room, they all slowly turned around to gaze upon her. The red gaze, too. Holy crap, a color fixer, here. Hey, looks like we got another superstar here. Virgilius, who'd be somehow grown used to seeing after such a long period of traveling together, was commanding the attention of everyone in the room merely by his presence. That reminds me, I heard that Don Quixote was overwhelmed by sheer excitement when she saw Virgilius on the bus. I'm pretty sure she was on the verge of passing out from the sheer joy of getting to work next to a color fixer. I guess this was to be expected. Virgilius is one of the very few fixers who has the honor of getting bestowed with the title of color. Chat, are you seeing this? Crazy, right? Look, that's none other than the color fixer Red Gaze himself in the flesh. This is no mere backstreets operation we are talking about. Remember my pre-game stream? I told you guys this had to be more than an urban nightmare. Oh, you're worried about me? Guys, listen. All I need is your support to... Yeah. Like and subscribe. Let's go. Youngsters these days. Between Camille's non-stop jabbering and Otis' tongue clicking in even 3 seconds intervals, I wasn't sure which one of the two were more annoying. Thankfully, we weren't the only ones getting increasingly tired of Camille's antics. From this point onward, any recording activity, save for official work-related recordings, with prior authorization from the HANA Association, will no longer be permitted. There we go. Should you be caught in violation of this decree, the Fixer Association will be leaving penalty points to your name, and we, who are gathered here, must be well aware of the consequences of accumulating too many penalty points. Fixer license suspension, grade demotion. Yeah, HANA Association is the association which grades fixers, and I think gives them licenses to operate, something like that. Anyway, they are like the... how should we call it? Like judges or something like that. Well, chat, seems like it's the curtain fall for tonight's show. I'll give them a valorous, noble fight, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh, and don't forget about casting your votes for the Fixer I Want to Have Dinner With contest. It closes at midnight. The HANA Fixer's cold declaration fell upon Camille and the Fixers inside the command tent like a heavy layer of snow. They all begin hurriedly fidgeting with their devices, trying to put them back into their respective cases and bags. With that, the commotion inside the tent rapidly simmers down. Serves them right. You there, that woman with an apparently dislocated jaw, appears to be part of your group. Is she alright? Is it Don Quixote gasping at them? The Fixer from the HANA Station asks in our direction, glancing at Don Quixote. Don't mind her. It's easier that way. Soon a P Corp employee walked out in front of the Fixers. Right, round 4 against La Manchaland, huh? Oh, dude, round 4, so that means it failed 3 times already, yikes. I'm very glad to be here, happy to see you all. For someone who'd be very happy to see us, he didn't so much as glance up in our direction. Alessio, so many new people, dude. And I'm class 3 documentation staff manager at P Corp, archival department. My name is Alessio, and she is... Hanul. Okay, Hanul. So, head manager says Sarah isn't here to brief us herself. Not willing to dirty her boots by coming all the way out here, I see. Right then, let's get on with the briefing, shall we? As we were all standing here and sharing our predictions, the employee who introduced himself as Alessio started loading up various images on the monitor. Yeah, mate, really got to go through all this bureaucracy. The briefing is yet to even commence, however. Heathcliff left out a loud, exaggerating yawn. The reproachful glares of the other Fixers were so palpable that I could almost feel them prickling at my skin. Can we pretend we don't know him? And funnily enough, Ishmael, she's like in the ID, the Zwei Association ID, and when we watched her story, she was very serious about watching the briefings. So yeah, nice. It makes me feel like I'm something of a Fixer myself, sitting here with all these people. Hey, executive manager, I have been a leader of numerous operations that would dwarf this little skirmish. Yeah, what's up with Otis anyway? Like, her leadership and stuff? When is her chapter coming? Numerous? I wanted to hear more about her story, but the mission briefing was actually getting started. I decided to table my curiosity until later. La Manchaland, which will manifest here within the next 3 hours. It's an officially recognized urban nightmare class phenomena. Dozens of Fixers have attempted to and failed to take it down. We will now hold a moment of silence for its victims. Don Quixote immediately cast her gaze downward with a grave expression, but I couldn't count with my 10 fingers the number of people who seemed to be taking it even remotely seriously. Some fixers muttered among themselves that the victims were just fools who were over their heads. Even I, with my endless naivete, could tell that none of the fixers really considered them victims. A light buzz of murmurs and idle chatter fills the silence, a look of boredom clear on the fixer's face as though they've heard it all before. Well, that's very disrespectful, I don't like it. They couldn't just be silent for a couple of moments for those who fell. That's very rude and spiteful, and also they probably deserve what's coming for them. Well, if I may direct your attention to the screen. Oh look, these things glow in the dark. Interesting. Several low-resolution images began to load on the display. Oh, let's see. So this is us. Otis, Ishii, Don Quixote still opened mouth. That's Camille, right? And let's see. There's Virgilius. That's... Was it Honla? And Alicio. Oh, there's Sharon, our bus driver, and the steward from Chichun, or whatever her name was. I forgot his name. Not sure who that is. Is that Gregor? I don't know. That's Honglu, right? Anyhow, let's continue. It's speculated that the origin of La Mancha land dates back 200 years in the past by a conservative estimation. This has been determined based on the photographic evidence and the level of decay of the buildings and materials retrieved and analyzed from the phenomena. However, La Mancha land was largely unknown and invisible to the public until 2 months ago, and the raw material that makes up this amusement park is... We all know this already, just get on with it. P Corp has the responsibility to share sufficient information to all participants of this mission. And like I said, we all have more than sufficient information. Got that? Let's stop wasting time and... You seem to be under a rather severe misconception. Han Ul. Of course, I'm sure some of my press at company are consummate professionals with a skill and grit most people wouldn't dare scoff at. But the truth is, most of you are fodder. Common as muck, painfully average, garden variety, bargain bin fixers who are most likely going to meet their dirt-filled miserable ends while stuck on urban nightmare duty their whole careers. That's all you'll ever be. That's very harsh, that's very harsh. Most of you will fall by the wayside before this path leads you anywhere or even passing significance, let alone joining the ranks of grade 1 fixers like myself. Some, maybe 1 or 2 of you may make it to grade 1, sure, but I can guarantee that you won't even dare dream of getting anywhere near the Red Gaze's greatness. Maybe your best will be the honor of dying next to him, feeling the disparity between yourselves and those who are at the top of the city. Well, she smacked them down real hard. The grin on the fixers' faces quickly faded away as the bolterous fixer felt that silent. Blimey, so that Hana fixer is almost right up there with the guide, eh? Or at least somewhere right beneath his level. Aha, yet the Red Gaze shan't be outdone by a mere grade 1 fixer. So, know your places and pay attention to the briefing. Thank you for your cooperation. Now, let's see. The reason for La Mancha Land's sudden appearance here is yet to be explained. Though its influence is still confined to the backstreet, the uniqueness of La Mancha Land poses a tangible threat to P Corp merely by its existence. Yeah, totally, dude. The local housing market hit rock bottom and continued to crash, didn't it? Isn't that the dude who greeted us at the entrance and then just escaped when a bigger fish came in? The fixer from earlier, the one who tried to stop us from entering the scene before scuttling away. Yep, it was. Slowly sidled up to us and began chatting us up. Most of us ignored him, but Honglu responds to him in kindly voice. Oh, is that right? Yeah, it was insane when that thing showed up here for the first time. It appeared in the middle of dense population center. It was like 2 hells in one. All that screaming, all that blood and... 2 hells in one, What a beautiful phrasing. Well, P-Core buildings are well known for their elasticity, so while they all got banned along the newly manifested phenomena, they didn't like crumble or anything. Anyways, when La Mancha suddenly appeared there, pulsing and pushing away all the buildings that used to be there, people got crushed and a bunch of buildings got banned. There were really a lot of survivors for something so devastating. all thanks to P-Corp singularity, which kept the people inside the building safe. They set up a 3-kilometer radius buffer zone to limit any construction in the area where it manifests, but just 3 kilometers. Buildings utilizing P-Corp singularity have a very high level of elasticity, meaning that buildings made using their technology are very unlikely to collapse or fall apart in response to shock. It's probably that they have decided that it would be safe enough to let the periphery of La Mancheland slightly overlap with the residential zone. Well, you know what they say, P-Corp can make a safe home anywhere. So I imagine the shock when all that disaster happened. Their only claim to fame crumbled, the faith in their technology growing shaky. No wonder the real estate market crashed through rock bottom around here. I mean, it was so bad that the locals banded together and stormed La Mancheland, pickets and all. So that's what those banners were about, huh? As you can all see, La Mancheland presents itself as an extravagantly decorated amusement park. One of the most commonly heard testimonies from the report state that there is an 8-kilometer range radius from the epicenter in which people have been hearing a disembodied music of sorts. Several curious civilians, drawn by the music, approached it. Most of them are yet to return. Is it possible that the music holds hypnogenic qualities? That is indeed a possibility we won't be ruling out. Too many visitors have ignored the obvious warning signs and perimeter tapes to call it a coincidence, possibly erring on the side of caution. We and the relevant individuals will be equipping ourselves with earplugs. What must we do once this La Mancheland materializes? Once you enter its perimeters, you will have to ready yourself for imminent combat. There aren't any candy parrots giving away balloons, no amusement park employees popping popcorns, no staff members greeting you with a welcoming song. Only bloodfinns. Bloodfinns? They're real. Haven't you heard about the Blood Red Knight, that infamous star of the city? Some people say that the Blood Red Knight was actually a really powerful bloodfiend. Yeah, and people say a lot of stuff. You know how rumors spread in the city? I bet it wasn't anything too crazy once you go down to it. Rumors. You never know how resilient, how devastatingly powerful and stubborn the Blood Red Knight was. You ignoramuses do not have the right to talk about that thing so lightly. Yes, the only things you'll find in there are blood bags and the blood fiends that turn them, sharpening their fangs to fill their ravenous hunger with your blood. So yeah, blood fiends, they are this game's version of vampires, but they're more like a psychological vampires, as far as I understood when we did the Warp Train episode. Oh, here's a detail I was going to share earlier before I was cut off. The raw material that makes up every structure within the La Mancheland is human blood. Human blood dating back over 200 years in the past. Blood fiends can make amusement parks out of blood. Now I'm looking forward to this. If it's only blood fiends we'll find in there, I'm sure they'll waste no time making mincemeat out of the greenhorns. Is that how all fixers talk? The way that guy's talking about blood fiends reminds me a lot of how Ishii used to talk about the Great Lake. Well, makes sense, no? Hey, you can't blame us for being on edge all the time when the smallest mistake could cost us our lives. Not to mention how irritating it is when others, who don't even understand the dangers, are dozing off like there's no tomorrow. Those, thanks to some sod who'd been constantly stepping on my foot. What a nice weather today, huh? Trying to de-escalate the situation, oh my gosh. It was Sinclair who was stepping on his foot at the rather forcible behest of Ishmael, but I held my silence. The last thing I wanted was to have the two of them bickering again. Anyway, if you manage to survive for 6 hours within La Mancheland, the music announcing the closure of the park will start playing. We were able to cross-reference this fact from testimonies of every fixer and civilian who managed to make it out alive. Once the exit song starts playing, you will have 30 minutes to exit La Mancheland. Should you fail to do so, you'll be trapped inside La Mancheland until it manifests here again, effectively putting you in an endless battle against the Bloodfiends. If anyone even survives that long. There's also eyewitnesses reports where some fixers identified missing people aboard certain amusement park rides, but that's not an important detail for those who are present. Based on testimonies and reports from the survivors, we have been able to establish a map of La Mancheland comprised of 4 separate areas. No one's yet to have to make it to the final area, which is located here. However, we were able to identify that a certain device in each area, area 1, 2 and 3 respectively, had to be activated first in order to unlock the final area. The devices within Area 1 and 2 have been activated in the past, but no one has managed to activate the one in Area 3 just yet. Understood. I suppose we should beeline it to Area 3 to save some time then. No, it appears the devices reset when La Manchalan disappears. In other words, we will have to divide and conquer, team up with other fixers, choose an area to tackle. I see. Split up, activate our respective devices, and rendezvous at the final area. Assuming that every team successfully activates the device they're responsible for. Correct. We suspect that the key to solving La Manchalan problem lies within its final area. Is there something you'd like to share? Isn't it funny that we have to go activate some kind of device in each section of La Manchalan to unlock the final area? It's kind of like a game, isn't it? Like they're giving those who dare to challenge the might of La Manchalan stages to beat, conditions to fulfill. How should we know what the Blood Fiends are thinking? Those monsters are born twisted. Hana, we have something we'd like to confirm. The Zwei Association is here to rescue our client, not for the eradication reward. Don't you mean the Zwei and the Think? Don't leave me out. Therefore, the Zwei and the Think have no reason to enter the 3 areas to activate those devices. I suppose you could take over from here for the sake of accuracy. Oh sure, right. I'm sure you'll have your own reasons for being here, yes? Therefore, we at P Corp set up an eradication dividend fund, which means that we will be giving out the reward money based on how much you have contributed to the eradication of La Manchalan. Assuming a successful outcome, that is. If your goal isn't the eradication of La Manchalan, then feel free to roam on your own to fulfill your respective contracts, as long as you acknowledge that you won't be receiving any payout from that fund upon the successful completion of this expedition. You're free to do as you will. However, we would also like to request that you submit a copy of that contract so that we are aware of its details. Understood. I will hand it over as soon as this meeting adjourns. Speaking of which, I'd like to take this opportunity to declare something. If you, and I mean if any of you intend to ride our coattails to pilfer more of that reward than you deserve, I'll hunt you down too. Got that? Ladies and gents, I can attest that he isn't one for empty threats. You can promise I'll be able to stop him. He sure is intense. I understand that a lot of money hinges on this contract. However, remember that our primary objective remains to minimize casualties and to prevent further disappearances. Leave some of that selfishness behind and cooperate for the greater good. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work out. Fine, I'll cooperate, if that's even possible. The Hana fixer did not contradict him. Like, how in the world will Don Quixote get in fight with the Sync Association, dude, with Camille? Like, how? She was kind of person who wouldn't hesitate to put her foot down. She could have easily forced us into cooperating, but it seems that she wouldn't keep us from infighting if it did come to that. Don Quixote was the only one passionately nodding along to her advice. So, who's going with who, and to which areas? Chichun, Honglu's little sister, who had been listening quietly to the briefing, raised her hand with a question. You will be assigned to teams and areas based on our internal data analysis of your individual capabilities, potential, and alignment. So we should probably avoid overcrowding, huh? Such as saddling us a group of dozen or so people, for example. Well, it turns out we are the group of dozen of people, exactly. Oh, that's so funny. Well, 13, since we have Dante as well. We intend to avoid bottlenecking too many people in the same area. She's not hiding her disdain at us at all, huh? Well, it's not like we wanted her to tag along. If there are no further questions, I will be assigning you all to teams and area pairs. Halt! Every single fixer in the room. There we go, it's happening. Every single fixer in her room whipped out around to look at Don Quixote at her bellowing roar. Perhaps it was the sheer fervor in her voice, or perhaps they were simply annoyed by her asking that one last question when the boring briefing was almost over. Oh, please don't tell me this is actually happening. Oh, oi! That actually woke me up this time. No, this might be the best time to go back to sleep, bud. Would have resulted in a summary execution back in the day. Okay, and the question is... Hark, it appeared that the information of the greatest import is missing from thy briefing. Please don't mention golden bows, please don't mention golden bows. It is... a moment, please. Alicia began flipping through the briefing, flustered. When shall the rescue operation for the victims of this terrible amusement park commence? Oh. Of course. Yeah, we need to save people, right? Don Quixote being Valorant as always. I believe that an operation of such a grand scale may be difficult to accomplish only with the help of seers and ladies from the Zwei and the Think Association. Hey, is that like a character you're playing or something? That's not mainstream at all. I like it. Though I gotta say, playing a character is a bit old-fashioned. At least I know that my viewers won't enjoy something like that. It appears that there has been some misunderstanding. Our contract has nothing to do with rescuing the visitors, let alone all of them. Our contract is to search and rescue operation for a specific visitor requested to us by our client. Then, whoever shall make up the rescue party for the rest of its victims. Ha! Is she for real? Where's these idiots come from? Dude, let me see. Unless you have been specifically contracted to rescue someone, I recommend that you peruse the missing persons flyer for the rewards. Yet, it's not the promise of reward that I desire. So many valiant fixers are gathered here, yet not one taketh up the role of a rescuer? Pretty fixer of the Zwei, are thou not one of the Zwei, one of those who call themselves your shield? Yeah, they're all shields, alright. The iron shield of whoever enters an official contractual agreement with them. Yet a fixer must wager their own life on shallow promise of capital. Pray tell, when did the fixers of associations abandon honor for greed? Oh geez, okay, that's enough playing around. Do you even have an idea who you're talking to? I am very well aware, young Camille of Sync Association Section 3, frequent feature of the Fixers Monthly Magazine, currently 7 in the Fixers I Want to Have Dinner With contest. Huh, so you know you're... Wait, I'm only 7th? Well, that's not important right now. If you're so knowledgeable about fixers, then I'm sure you know this as well. That I, as a fixer of the Think Association, I'm not one to waste breath on mere words. When we want to settle something or make a statement, we duel! An official duel to the death. Then, wilt thou heed mine words, should I best thee in a duel? What? Should I best thee in a duel? Wilt thou swear on thine honor that thou should assist us in a rescue mission for those who have gone missing? Wait, are you seriously challenging me to... No. I, Don Quixote, perforce shall not so lightly forsake my creed. I hereby challenge thee to a duel. Things were quickly starting to spiral out of control. Almost panicking, I glanced towards Virgilius, but I couldn't read his expression. He was simply staring at us in that inscrutable silence. Silence that almost felt like warmth. Somehow I found myself getting more intimidated by this than outright anger. Okay, then I'll end this briefing here. It can be determined from prior experience that it will be impossible to stop the presently developing situation. Pupils dilated, brows furrowed at a steep angle, clear refusal to heed my external input. Our attempts to coax her will not be met with any meaningful response. Just let her duel, dude. What can possibly go wrong? So she's lost it. I neglected to mention this earlier at the empty lot, Dante, on account of the lack of prying eyes. I recommend it against turning your clock when the eyes of every fixer participating in this case are watching us intently, especially for a duel in which there is very little benefit to be gained. This includes summoning identities from different worlds or the use of E.G.O. Well, yeah, but it's not like we won't be using them once we get inside, right? I don't see what's wrong with... Just as I was trying to convince Faust otherwise, Don Quixote stepped in and resolutely shook her head. Okay, so that was the explanation why we can't use other identities or use egos. Nay, worry not, 'tis an unnecessary crutch. What, seriously? A duel against a member of the Sync Association must be fair and just. Never did I intend to borrow thy strength, Manager Esquire, for this hallowed battle of mine. Fine, sucks that I don't have my fans here to watch me wipe the floor with you, but I'm sure someone here will spread the story by word of mouth. I won't throw my gauntlet out of pity. En garde, petit noir. Petit noir. Alright. So is this just like a story fight? Are we supposed to win? Are we supposed to lose? I have no idea. On use, inflict declared duel Camille. On use, gain 5 points, clashing, gain plus 2 points. Like, it's not like I have much choice here. I can use this ability or that ability, so, yeah. Stop! Oh, so we all have 3. Oh, I can choose what goes where. Oh, nice. Okay, this is favored, this is neutral, this is struggling, this is favored. Okay, let's do it like favored, neutral, favored. Maybe. We could also just let it land, right? At 7 plus speed, inflict 3 rupture. Well, he doesn't have rupture, so he will gain poise though. But he's very likely to win this clash anyway, so I mean 50-50, right? Or so. I don't know. He's like 4 plus 5. I don't know. It's a 2-coin ability. I'd rather not gamble. I think the best thing here is to just do a one-sided attack. Rather than give him an opportunity to win the clash and gain some sanity. So he's at 8 now. Oh, he's dodging. Gain 1 haste next turn, okay. Sync best section 3 Camille. Like, are we supposed to win this in 10 turns? Maybe. Well, we have way more sanity now, so we should be doing well. We can use E.G.Os also, yeah? Not like we would have resources for it since you only have 1 sinner anyway. Foolhardy duel. Turn end. Gain 1 clash power up next turn for every 10% of the missing HP. Turn end. Gain 1 bind next turn for every 10% of missing HP. Max 5. Oh! We get slower, but we get slash power up. Clash power up. Declare duel Camille. In a clash between the unit that inflicted the declare duel and the unit with the status, declare has a +1 clash power. On hit, the declare gains 1 hands next turn, 4 times per turn. Expires when the unit inflicts declare duel on a different target. Okay, so she's gonna be gaining haste. Okay, she's already at 7 though. Oh my. Favorite. What about this one? Also favorite. For justice. Okay, seems like this one is a stronger one. For justice! How dare you? How dare you not save people? I think it's also fine that we let like his one-sided attacks hit us because we get clash power up. Oh, what's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, hey! What was that all about? A cutscene? Are we dead? Are we dead? Okay. Yeah, I kind of saw this one coming. Like, it was a scripted fight. We were supposed to lose. Alright. Well, there goes my ticket, which I leveled her up to 50 with, and we were doing so great. Well, the game didn't let us win. We would win, by the way. "'Tis but a light wound, 'tis but a scratch. Thou art sorely mistaken, if thou truly believest that such a meager wound could..." That was definitely more than just a light wound. It was outright crippling, if not fatal. Camille wasn't all talk after all. He moved at an impressive speed and precision, living up to his boasts. I couldn't bear to look at Don Quixote's squirm in pain, but turning the clock here would leave an even greater wound in her heart. "This... not the end." Ah, what a waste of my blade. I'd rather not have others hear of this duel. They'll think I'm bullying some poor amateur. "That's enough, Camille. It's no crime to wish for the safety of all victims." Yeah, but her attitude needs correction. Spouting nonsense like that, not knowing who she's talking to. Fix her this, honor that, justice, and doesn't she know that's all just ha? That's enough shenanigans. Let's not all waste our strengths before even stepping into the La Manchaland. Cause further trouble and I will put a stop to it myself. La Manchaland ETA is approximately 1 hour. After an hour from now, the phenomena may appear at any moment. Please remain in close proximity to your teams in case of an emergency. The momentary kerfuffle came to a close thanks to the Hana Station's intervention. Kerfuffle, or in other words, the clown fiesta. And only silence and occasional groans of pain from Don Quixote filled the empty lot. Let's get back inside. I can't turn my clock in front of so many people. Well, one thing's for sure. Don Quixote is probably most honorable of us all. This, not the end. Oh, victory, nice. Yeah. So, yeah, it was like victory defeat kind of thing. Like, you couldn't lose this one. Clear within 10 turns, and it was scripted for us to like lose in like, what, 3 turns? Alright. Alright, yeah, I'm enjoying this chapter so far. It's pretty good. There's probably gonna be an episode on Monday, next one. I don't really put lots of videos out during the weekend, so yeah, I'll see you there. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I wish you all to have a wonderful day, do something nice, be kind to each other, and let's make the world a better place together. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of Limbus Company, where we're gonna of the excellent dialogue in which our exceptional informant LCD department has passed intel to us in our second communication. TheNeomare signing out. Bye bye.